Okay, yesterday we put that first layer of mud concrete down. It's actually a sand mortar mix. And what I'm going to do today, I want to let that settle a little bit to get a little harder. I'm going to work on these countertops here, put some drywall here. Same thing over here. One of the things that I said kind of rough carpentry, one of the things you see here, there's kind of a ledge. I'm going to plane this down right here. This 2x4 has got a twist in it. I'm going to plane that down. If you guys don't have one of these little hand planers, I recommend you get one. They're relatively cheap and they're good for planing. Before I plane, one of the things you want to make sure is that I've got all my screws in, that I'm not going to hit these screws. So I'm just going to plane a little bit off in here and get going. As I'm planing down here, I'm getting close to the head of this screw, so I'm going to just tighten it up a little bit so I don't ruin my blade. And that's pretty close. What I want. That'll lay on there nicely. I've got another area over here that I gotta plane. I'm gonna move over here and use my new outlets I put in. I'm gonna try and plane this corner off of here. So that cement board will lay on there nicely. Takes care of that twisted 2x4. All right, now I'm going to get my cement board, and my goal is today is put the cement board on the top of this half wall, this half wall, and the two seats. We'll get the horizontal part done, put some drywall on. All right, I'm gonna measure this. This is a 2x4, so I know what the dimension of that is. It's going to butt straight against here at 30 1/4. We're going to make an angle, and then from that angle we're going to come out 3 7/8, and that angle is, I got an angle former here. If you don't have an angle former, okay, that. And even though I thought it was going to be 135, it really is 138. And then we make a right degree angle. And we're coming down here 13 3/8. We make another angle here. And that angle is 132. And we come here, and this is 3 5/8. And that's going to be a right angle. And we go back 8 7/8 to another right angle, and this is 20 5/8. So we're going to cut out a piece of cement board that fits on top of that. We got those measurements. We'll go out there and we'll lay it out.
The shape of it.
All right, this is the cement board that we're going to be used. Okay, I got it at Lowe's. And one of the things you'll see, it says smooth side mastic, rough side mortar. So this is the rough side, the smooth side. I don't know if I can find a piece of board that I can see the smooth side. That's the smooth side. But we're going to cover everything up with Red Guard. And Red Guard is a waterproofing liquid membrane that you paint on. And so, again, like I said, I'm a belt and suspenders guy. So I'm going to paint everything over with this, so it doesn't really matter which side I use, because I'm going to be using mortar, not mastic. So when I put it on, this is going to be in between anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I can use either side of this. When you're doing a shower in a wet environment, there is no mastic that is approved for shower usage. You have to use a mortar-based thin set to attach your tile. Also, over here, you can cut this with any saw blade, with a circular saw, but it's dusty. So one of the things they recommend is get a blade like this. I got it, I think, at Harbor Freight. I think it's got 6 teeth on it or something like that, so it doesn't create as much dust. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those measurements that I just took, and I'm going to lay them out on this board, and we'll cut them. Measurement out on my cement board. I didn't like it very well, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the actual outline underneath here to double check. All right, let's see how that looks. So there I've got my outline laid out, and I'll compare that, I'll cut that, and we'll go back out in the garden.
Angle. I asked my camera wife to come over here and hold this a minute so it doesn't break. On a saw with a circular saw, you can also score this with a knife. Scored on the fiber side, you'll see that one side's got more of a fiber, and then just break it. But one of the things you see, you don't get a nice clean cut. So I prefer, even though it's messier, to cut it with a circular saw,
clean this up a little bit. And we're gonna go inside and we're gonna screw this down. There's different kinds of cement boards called different things, and each has got their own screws that go with it. So this is what goes with this Durock Wonder Board. So buy those screws. Again, it's the same little star head that I was using before. You want to screw it down. And I see I don't like where I've got that, so I'm going to move that just a teeny little bit. Put another screw in here. And everything looks pretty good there. Screw this down. And these got to sort of, they sink themselves. Putting these screws about every 8 inches. As I'm walking in this shower, I can feel there's a little hump down here. And so what I'm going to do is, before I put the next layer, just take a grinding wheel and grind that hump just a little bit. It's just a little bit there, but call me anal. All right, we've got the other half wall marked out. Going to cut the pattern for that and do this. We'll come back.